Right now on Chronicle.
Whether you're looking to own a home or rent, Floridians simply cannot afford Florida.
The stability of a home shaken.
Because sadly, what they make and what they have to pay out in rent does not leave much on the table to buy food and meet other basic necessities.
The affordable housing crisis continues to plague Central Florida. Sky-high rents, low housing supply, and minimum wage jobs creating a disastrous trifecta.
Did you ever get to the point where you thought you might have nowhere to go?
It doesn't matter your age. You can be young like me, you can be of a more seasoned generation, and it's always going to be hard. Going to school and working and paying bills is hard. It's hard for everybody.
Tonight, more stories of how struggling to afford a home impacts more than you may realize. But there are a few bright spots and potential solutions on the horizon.
There is more pressure on this to get done this year than I've seen in any other year.
This is WESH 2 Chronicle, Project Community.
Welcome to Chronicle. I'm Jim Payne. For the past 10 months, the WESH 2 Chronicle team has been researching and reporting on the state of affordable housing in Central Florida. Our coverage began with the news that Orlando is now the worst place in the country to find an affordable home. It's a problem that hits especially hard at the prime workforce of our community, low-wage tourism and hospitality employees. But it doesn't stop there. Families once considered middle class are priced out of the American dream, owning a home, and more, even renting a home. In our reporting, we've uncovered one difficult statistic after another. Hundreds of thousands of people are caught in this crisis. Thousands of homes simply do not exist where they are needed, and billions of dollars have been collected to help deal with the problem, but spent elsewhere. What we cannot forget is that at the heart of all this are people, and we've introduced you to several, all hardworking and struggling to get by, all sharing unique yet similar stories of survival. Tonight, we'll revisit these stories and introduce new faces, all of them just wanting a stable place to call home. As we've unraveled in this past year's reporting, housing is in dreadfully short supply. At any price point, there aren't enough homes in Central Florida for the families who need them, and that has led to a market ripe for jacked up rental costs. Now communities are being forced to ramp up the creation of living space, and with a housing shortfall in the tens of thousands, all ideas are on the table.
One of the task force subcommittees, his group focused on policy and code changes that could help ramp up the creation of housing. Among their recommendations, remove barriers for accessory dwelling units like granny flats, allowing flexible lot configurations and sizes, reduce or remove minimum living area requirements. That's a plan builder Primo Homes is advocating. Micro homes, 800 to 1,400 square feet, costing from $150,000 to $210,000.
What I'm presenting to you guys here is the ability to build a quality home with a modern type of aesthetic to it, so it wouldn't just be some kind of shabby home, on the concrete slab at a price point that the average person could afford.